Hello everyone, welcome to lecture series of engineering graphics and design. Myself Ankur Patel. In our first session of AutoCAD, we have discussed the basic modify commands for AutoCAD 2D drawing. And today in the second session, we are going to discuss the different modify commands for 2D drawing. So let us have a look on different modify commands for 2D drawing. So different modify commands are erase, copy, move, mirror, offset, array, scale, stretch, trim, extend, break a point, break, join, chamfer, fillet, exploit. So let's try to practice all these modify commands by using the AutoCAD. So as discussed in the last session of the AutoCAD, this is the screen of the AutoCAD, and on the screen of the AutoCAD there are 4 different areas. So this will be our first area, and which is known as the menu area or menu bar. This is the second area, which have the toolboxes from which we can select the required properties for the drawing and the command for the drawing. So today we are going to discuss the command for the toolbox of the modify commands. This is the workspace or area for the drawing, and workspace is infinite. This is the command bar in which we can type the command for the required drawing, and if we type anything on the workspace, it will be directly displayed in the command bar. This is the snap toolbox or snap toolbar, and on the screen the moving element is the crosshair, and at the center of the crosshair you can see a square. So if that square is visible at the center of the crosshair, that means we doesn't have selected any command right now. And if the square is not visible at the center of the crosshair, that means we have selected the command. That means a command is running. Now before starting the drawing, let us make some initial settings. So first thing is we have to decide the unit for the drawing. That means the unit for the measurement of the drawing. So for that go in the menu bar over here, go into drawing utilities and go into units. So select the unit from here. You can select any unit. So right now we are going to select the millimeters as the unit of the measurement. And now other settings that we have to make is from the snap settings. So go into the snap settings from over here, snap settings. In the polar tracking, select the absolute, and in the object snaps, select all and OK. Now we can start the modify command, and before going on to modify command, let us make a drawing to understand the modify command properly by using the drawing commands. So we will use this figure to understand the modify command. Now first command is exploit command. So you can select the exploit command from over here. But before applying the exploit command on this object, first of all we have to convert this object into a planar object, because right now you can see that it is not a planar object, because each and every edge of the object is an object itself. So now if you want to convert this object into a planar object, then we have to apply the region command, and region and exploit command are opposite to each other. So let us first of all apply the region command that we have explained in the last lecture also. So select the region command from over here, or you can type region in the command bar, REGION, press enter. Now we have to select the object. and we will select the object from right to left selection and press enter. So now you can see that this object is converted into a single planar object. Now if you want to exploit each and every edge of this object, then we can use the exploit command. So you can select the exploit command by clicking over here, or you can type the exploit in the command bar, explode, exploit, and press enter. Now the second thing is we have to select the object. So again we will select the object by using the right to left selection. So select the object and press enter. Now you can see that each and every edge of the object is exploded from the planar object. So this is the use of the explode command. Now next modify command is the erase command that we have already explained in the first session. So if you want to erase this object, then we have to select this object, and just we can erase this object by using the erase command, erase, press enter, and the object is going to be erased. Now the next command is copy command. So if we want to make a copy of this object, then we can use the copy command. So for that use the copy command from over here, or by clicking over here, or you can type copy, COPY, which is the command for the copy command, and press enter. Now we have to select the object, so make the right to left selection of the object, press enter. Now specify the base point, specify the base point. So we will specify the base point from over here, and you can make a copy of this object like this, press enter. So you can copy the same object by using the copy command. Now if you want to move this object over here, then we can use the move command. So the command for the move is MOVE, move, enter. Select object again, so select this object, enter. Specify the base point. So first of all we have to specify the base point, so specify the base point, and you can move the object like this over here. Now next command is mirror command. So if you want to make a mirror image of this object, then you can use the mirror command. So for that type mirror, 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 enter. Select object, so we will select both this object, press enter. Now specify the first point of the mirror line. So let us say that this is the first point of the mirror line, and this will be the second point of the mirror line, and you can see the mirror image of this object. So if you want to create a mirror image of the particular object, then we can use the mirror command. Now next command is rotate command, which is used to rotate the given object. So you can select the rotate command by clicking over here, or you can type rotate in the command bar, ROTATE, rotate, press enter. Now we have to select the object, so select object, press enter. Specify the base point, so this will be our base point, and now we can rotate the object at required angle. So if you want to rotate this object at 90 degree, then you can write 90, specify rotation angle. So we can specify the rotation angle equal to 90 degree. So the object is going to be rotated at an angle of 90 degree. Now next command is scale. So if you want to increase the scale of the object, then we can use the scale command. Or if you want to increase the dimensions of the object, or if you want to decrease the dimension of the object, then we will use the scale command. So for scale command, you can use you can select the scale command by clicking over here, or you can type scale in the command bar, SCALE, enter. Now we have to select the object, so select the object, press enter. Now specify the base point. So we will specify the base point over here, and now we have to apply the scale factor. For example, if you want to increase the scale of this object twice than the actual object, then write 2 in the scale factor and press enter. Now you can see that the dimension of this object is twice than the dimension of the actual object. So by using the scale command, we can increase the dimensions of the or decrease the dimension of the given object. Now next command is stretch command. So if you want to stretch this object, then we can use the stretch command. So we can stretch the object from anywhere. If you want to stretch this part or this part, then we can use the stretch command. So for that you can type stretch, S-T-R-E-T-C-H, enter. Now select the object. So we will select this part of the object because we have to stretch this part of the object. Press enter. Specify the base point. So specify the base point, and you can stretch the object like this. Stretch it. So stretch command is used to stretch the object, and if you want to stretch this part of the object, then again apply the stretch command, S-T-R-E-T-C-H, press enter. Select the object. So we will select this part, press enter, specify the base point. So specify the base point over here, and you can stretch the object like this. So stretch command is used to stretch the object or stretch the edge of the object. Now let's move on to next commands, trim and extend. So to understand the trim and extend command, first of all remove this object and make a new object. So I am drawing a 2D figure of a car. To understand the trim and extend command, so I am drawing this figure by using the drawing commands. Now we have to move this circle, so you can use the move command. Move, select object, enter, specify the base point. So we will move the circle from the center to show the wheels of the car. Now we have to copy this figure or this circle, which is the wheel of the car. So for copy, we can use the copy command. So use copy command, specify the base point, and you can copy the circle over here. Press enter. Now we have to trim this part of the line. So for that we will use the trim command. So you can use the trim command by clicking over here, or you can type trim, enter. So select objects. So we have to select the objects. So first of all select this object and select this object and select this object. Because we have to trim this part, we have to select the objects which are in intersection. Now press enter. Now select the part which have to be trimmed. So select this part and this part. So likewise we can use the trim command. Now we have to use the extend command. For example, if you want to join this point and this point, or this line or this line, then we can use the extend command. So for that, now select the extend command from over here, or you can type extend in the command bar, EXTEND, enter. Select the objects 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it is necessary to select all these objects because we have to extend this line up to this point. Now press enter. Select the objects. Okay, So now likewise you can use the extend command. Now let's move on to next commands, and before moving on to next commands, first of all clear the screen. So erase this object. Now next commands are break. So you can create a gap between two specified points on an object, breaking it into two objects. So if the points are of an object, they are automatically projected on the object. So break is often used to create space for the block or text. So for that let us draw the line now, and we have to break the line from 2 points. So select the object and specify the first break point and specify the second point. So you can break the object from the required points by using the break command. Now if you want to join these objects again, then we can use the join command. So for that, type join, JOIN, the join command or join command. Press enter, select object to be joined 1 and 2, press enter. So you can join the objects by using the join command. Next command is break at a point. So the break at a point breaks the selected object at a single point. So now if you want to break this line from a single point, then we can use the break a point command. So select the break a point command from over here, break at point, select command, select object, and now specify the break point. For example, if you want to break this line from the center, then specify the midpoint and click. Now you can see that the line is breaked from the center. Now again, if you want to join this line, then select this line and use the join command. So now you can see that the line is joined again. So break and join command are used to break the object or to join the required object. Now let's move on to next command, which are chamfer and fillet. So for chamfer and fillet, first of all draw a rectangle by selecting the drawing command for the rectangle. So select the command for the rectangle and draw a rectangle. Now type chamfer. So if you want to make a chamfer at the corner of the rectangle, then we have to use the chamfer command, CHAMFER. Press enter. Now we have to follow this procedure. Select the first line. So we have to select the first line, select first line. Now select the second line or shift select to apply corner or distance. So we will select the distance. So for that type D, press enter. Now specify the first chamfer distance. So we have to specify the first chamfer distance. Let us say that the first chamfer distance is at 5 mm. Enter. Now specify the second chamfer distance. So again we will use 5 mm as the second chamfer distance, 5. Enter. Now select the second line. Now we have to select the second line. So select the second line. So now you can see that you can create the chamfer at the corner of the rectangle or at any corner. Now if you want to fillet the corner, or if you want to make filleting at the corner of the rectangle, then we can use the fillet command. So for that, type fillet, FILLET, fillet. Enter. Now select the first object or first line. So we will select this first line. Now select the second object or shift select to apply corner or radius. So we will select the radius. So for that, type R, first of all, R. Enter. Now specify the fillet radius. So we will select the radius as 5 mm, 5. Enter. Now select second object or shift select to apply corner or radius. So now select the other object or other line, and you can see that the corner is filleted. So likewise you can make a corner as a chamfered corner or a filleted corner by using the chamfer and fillet command. Now let's move on to next commands. So for that, first of all, clear screen. So erase this object, erase, erase, enter. Now next command is array. So for the array command you can use the array command by clicking over here, and we have two type of arrays, rectangular array, polar array. For that let us draw a circle. So draw a circle over here. Now we have to first of all apply the rectangular array. And what is rectangular array? So it distributes the object copies into any combination of rows, columns and labels, and it creates an array of row and column of a copy of the selected object. So if you want to make rows and columns of this circle, then we can use the rectangular array command. So click the rectangular array. Now select the object. So select the object, press enter. Now you can change the number of columns and number of rows from over here. So if you want to make 5 columns, then type 5 over here. If you want to make 5 rows, and type 5 over here and press enter. So now you can see that we have 5 columns and 5 rows of the circle. So you can create rows and columns by copying any object. Now erase this object. Now we will use the circular array. So for polar array, first of all draw a figure, and for that we will draw a circle over here. Now draw a line joining the center of the circle and one of the point of the circumference of the circle. Now draw one another circle over here exactly. Now what is the use of the polar array? So it evenly distributes the object copies in a circular pattern around a center point of a axis of the rotation, as you can see in this figure. So now if you want to distribute this smaller circle around on the periphery of this bigger circle, then we can use the polar array. So select the polar array. Now select the object, first object, second object, enter. Now specify the center point. So specify the center point. And now if you want to distribute the circles at the angle of 45 degree, then number of items will be 8, enter. So now you can see that the number of items will be 8 and the angle between each item will be 45 degree. If you select 12, then you can see that now the circle is distributed in the polar form in 12 parts, and the angle between each circle will be 13 degree. So now by using the polar array, you can distribute the object into a radial manner. So these are the use of the rectangular array and polar array. Now clear screen by selecting the object and using the erase command, erase, press enter. So these are the different 2D modify commands for the AutoCAD drawing. Hope you have understood. So try to practice all the modify and drawing commands that we have discussed in our first and second session of AutoCAD. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lecture.